Everyone, welcome to part 88 of me answering your Percy Jackson questions. I gotta tell you, 8 is my favorite number, so part 88, this one's gonna be special. Actually, it's gonna be the exact same as all the other parts, I'll be honest. All right, this intro is already way too long. I know a lot of you guys are getting mad at me at this point, so let's get on to today's comment. This comment says, the Trials of Apollo, Percy Jackson, and Heroes of Olympus all have 5 books. Which is the best first book out of all of them? Then which is the best second book out of all of them? I'm sorry, I just had to start laughing because you spelled which wrong. I'm sorry. But I actually really like this comment. I've never been asked this before in this series. Like, people have asked a lot of repeat questions, but this one, never. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so between these 3 series, which is the best first book between The Lightning Thief, The Lost Hero, and the Hidden Oracle? I couldn't think of it for a second. Guys, it's pretty easy in this one. It's The Lightning Thief. The Lost Hero is, I would say it's still a good book, but it's just not as good as other books Rick Riordan has written. The Hidden Oracle, that might be my first or second favorite in the whole Trials of Apollo series just because Percy's in it, and it has, like, that's not the only reason. They're at Cape Half-Blood. There's many reasons I like it. But if I had to pick a favorite among those 3, I'm going with The Lightning Thief, the original book. It's the best of those. All right, now, which is the best second book between The Sea of Monsters, The Son of Neptune, and the... Why can't I remember these? The Dark Prophecy. Guys, this is Son of Neptune. It's very easy. Son of Neptune... do I even need to explain? It's the best among those 3. All right, now we're moving on to the third book in each series, The Titans Curse, The Mark of Athena, and The Burning Maze. Guys, this one's actually close. The Burning Maze and The Hidden Oracle are my first and second favorite in the Trials of Apollo series, I think. But guys, The Mark of Athena, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I love that book. I think it might be the best book in the entire Riordanverse, but The Titans Curse is really good too. Guys, I gotta go with The Mark of Athena. The Mark of Athena has to be the best third book in a series. All right, now we're moving on to 4th books. We got The Battle of the Labyrinth, The House of Hades, and... Why can't I remember these? The Tyrants Tomb is the 4th Trials of Apollo book. Guys, the last time I read The Tyrants Tomb, I actually liked it a lot more than the first time I read it when it came out back in 2019. I just re-listened to it last year, I believe. However, it does not compare to The House of Hades and The Battle of the Labyrinth. And unfortunately, The Battle of the Labyrinth just isn't as good as The House of Hades because The House of Hades has so many good Persephone moments. I'm going with The House of Hades as the best 4th book. All right, now we're moving on to the last book in the series. We got The Last Olympian, The Blood of Olympus, and The Tower of Nero. The Tower of Nero is out. I didn't like it that much. So now we're between The Last of Olympian and The Blood of Olympus. Wait, did I say The Last of Olympian? Between The Last Olympian and The Blood of Olympus, guys, I thought The Blood of Olympus was underwhelming. I'll be honest. So I got to go with The Last Olympian. I think that is basically a perfect book. It's a 10 out of 10. The Last Olympian is the best last book that Rick Riordan has ever written. And I'm pretty sure all of those categories were just swept by Percy Jackson and Heroes of Olympus. Trials of Apollo doesn't get any representation, guys. Trials of Apollo isn't as good of a series as those 2 series. It's just not. So yeah, those are my opinions. Let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree with me on any of my picks. Let me know your picks for the best book, the best 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th book in any of those series. I'll see you tomorrow for part 89 of answering your Percy Jackson questions.